of that for a second, Adam, and we'll jump back to you in a second. Jennifer, let me see if I can ask you this question about what this might mean, because anybody who's joining this case, Summer Shiflett, she was the one who previously had defended her sister Lori, said that she could have done nothing bad to her children. She ended up recanting that and said she apologized as she was wrong. Zulema was married to Alex Cox, who is allegedly to have played a crucial role in possibly the killing of the children and the disposal of their bodies. So these are two key individuals. What do you think was discussed in these conversations? Now, we know that apparently these conversations were recorded. We don't have copies of those recordings. But what do you think was discussed? What do you think Rob Wood wanted to know from them?
Well, I mean, what I can tell you is that an investigation is a long and painful process sometimes. And you have family members in particular who, right from the get-go, are very defensive of their siblings or parents or children, in this case, siblings. And so it's a process to get a person from a place where they go from that defensive stance of they could never do this, they were never involved, I never could accept that this would happen, to, well, here's what actually I do know happened. And they kind of bring them along to a point where they actually tell the truth of their situation, and they look at their interactions with this other person a little more differently. So I think that's probably what you see here, that immediately reflexive reaction of my person could never have done that, to, well, after this long and probably arduous conversations with the attorneys, here's what actually happened, and now I'm willing to admit it. I think that's probably what we're seeing here.
See, the thing is, Jennifer, the problem is we're all trying to get information about what happened to the kids. We all know that the Daybells haven't even been charged with murder. We believe that Alex Cox may have been that person who did that. Again, nothing has been definitively, concrete said at this point about what happened. So the question is, what's going on? We're seeing this behind closed doors. Of course, there's the argument, are the defense attorneys just trying to delay this? Are they just trying to push this off? They're asking for more information from the state. We have noticed throughout this trial, throughout this whole case, that we don't have a ton of information from law enforcement. We don't have a ton of information from the prosecutors. Is that normal?
It is normal. It actually is normal. It is, law enforcement likes to keep their information very tight, and they do it for a variety of reasons. One is you don't want the information to get out to the public and have this sort of tried in the public. So information is kept under wraps as much as possible. But you also don't want to have people that are involved in the investigation, whether it's witnesses or defendants, et cetera, having information that you're not ready to give them. So oftentimes it's frustrating for the public, and I've gone through this in big trials where the public doesn't have all the information, and it's frustrating for them, and so then they fill in the gaps where they don't know, and so there are these whole narratives that are spun about a crime that didn't actually, these aspects that didn't actually ever occur. So it is very normal, and it's frustrating for the public, which is why it would be really frustrating not to have this trial in the public for the public to see, because it's such a compelling story that we all want to see what happened.
Well, especially when you hear a closed hearing like this, I mean, we're not happy about that because, like you said, there's so many questions. There's so many unexplained deaths. We're all trying to understand the timeline and who was connected. But maybe we will get more answers when there's a ruling by the judge as to what will happen to Rob Wood. All right, we're going to switch gears, and I want to talk about a legal development regarding Vanessa Bryant, the widow of